Let's talk travel nurse housing. Seattle was my first time that I ever used Furnished Finders, and honestly, it was a perfect experience. If I were to give any sort of suggestion before moving somewhere, always ask for a video or a FaceTime tour of the place. There's a lot of scammers out there. If possible, I like to look for places that allow for termination of lease within 30-day notice. So I don't like to sign a lease that's 3 months or longer. I like to have the flexibility of being able to cancel my lease if my contract also gets canceled. You would hate to be locked into a lease if your contract was canceled. That's the way that you lose a lot of money. But it's also not the biggest deal because you can always find another travel contract nearby. But this place in particular, the landlord was absolutely fantastic. This was one of her first times that she had ever rented travel nurses, so she appreciated any sort of feedback that I gave her. Whenever we move somewhere, we always find little things that they need in the apartment, and we don't mind paying out of pocket and just bringing it with us. She didn't have any curtains on any of the windows, also no AC, and the silverware had rusted. At the end of our stay, we asked the landlord if they would like to keep it and just pay us back for it, or if we should just take it with us. They ended up reimbursing for everything. So, it's always worth asking. This place we stayed at for about 2 months, but then we ended up moving a little bit closer to the hospital. It was out in Bitter Lake / Broadview off of Aurora, which is a really sketchy area. Again, if I were to do another thing, I would look at the cross streets on Reddit, because once we got there, we quickly realized it was a red light district of Seattle. This place quickly grew on us, and we grew to love it. But with traffic, it was about an hour drive to the hospital, and that was just not it.